sheriff's deputies were actually using a battering ram to try and bust in the front door that you see behind me. They did a number on it. They didn't knock. They didn't ask us to leave or anything. It was sort of a SWAT-style operation. They came in. They demanded that we sit down. We have our hands visible. We were not allowed to have our phones out. If we did, they threatened to confiscate them. They didn't want any video taken. They wanted this very hush-hush. 5 people decided that they were willing to lock down, to chain themselves in to the house or to each other and refuse to leave.
This bucket here is filled with cement, and inside of the cement, as you can see, we've got a pipe. Each of us has got our arm in here. In the middle, there's a pin, and each of us has a chain around our wrist attached to a carabiner that is in turn attached to the pin. So I'll show you. It's like this. So I go in there, I've got control over when this is attached to the pin inside, but when I put my arm in here and I attach it to the pin, if you pulled on me and tried to yank me out of here, the best you could really do would be to break my arm.
They brought in power tools to cut out these people, used jackhammers right next to people's arms, saws, things like that. Did you see
anyone injured?
We had someone saying that that the jackhammer felt like they were getting the circulation cut off. While that was going on, we wound up getting about 50 people here. This was, again, still in the very early hours of the morning, and still within a short period of time, we had 50 people here witnessing it and challenging the sheriffs.
Did they respond to the text message alert?
Yep. We alerted people, and they immediately got on it. People were calling their friends. People were, sending texts. People were letting each other know. They mobilized a huge number of deputies. They had a paddy wagon. They had a truck full of power tools. They had a undercover van. They had a bunch of cruisers. They had blocked off the entire street. They made this look like a war zone. That's how they wanted to treat this. And in reality, the truth is, we want nothing more than to keep a family in their home. They wound up arresting the 5. They're currently in jail where the sheriff's deputies are refusing to allow us to bail them out and deciding to hold them until Tuesday. And again, they boarded up the house. They actually did not quite secure the house. Again, they really didn't do an actual eviction. They just basically arrested people, kicked people out, said it was an eviction, and left. It's an intimidation tactic. They don't realize, of course, that when they use it, they show themselves for who they really are, and they show what they're really doing here, which is needlessly trying to create one more vacant home when the bank is willing to work with this family. And that needs to be stressed. They know that. They know that. We have let them know that many times. For over a week we've been telling them this, and they don't care. They don't care that the bank is actually working to negotiate a new loan with this family so that they can re-enter this home and rescind the eviction and have a mortgage that they can afford and live here. The sheriffs do not care about this, and they decided that was not really a concern of theirs. They would rather create one more vacant home for no reason using taxpayer money.